When we have a negative self-image, it affects how we experience life. And what we tend to do is try to fix, change or improve that self-image because it's built up of constructs of concepts. And those constructs are just concepts that we've accepted innocently as we have just moved through life. But if we start from the absolute of who we are, then we can start to undo those constructs of concepts. And as we do that, we experience more freedom, more of who we are and less of who we are not. So who am I is the starting point. And although I like to use analogies because who you are omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscience, which means that you are present, all the presence that there is, you are power, all the power that there is, and you are intelligence, and you are all the intelligence that there is. That is not easily accepted when we are hearing this information from the sense of I am a separate person in the world. So I'm going to use an analogy to explain who we actually are and our position in the 3D world. So if you see an ocean, that represents the totality. The three things that I've mentioned are not three separate things. Presence, power and intelligence is one thing, just like an orange is one thing. An orange is made up of the peel, the actual segments and the juice, and all of that is the orange. So the ocean is the totality of who we are. Within that ocean then arises like a fountain, and the fountain is still the ocean, but it has taken a different form. It is rising up out of the ocean. That is what we call the body. That ocean is still stable, and the fountain is full of the totality of the ocean. It's all powerful, it's all intelligent, and it's presence. It doesn't lose, the ocean doesn't lose anything when it becomes a fountain. That's who you are. The fountain, which I'm going to call consciousness, is affected, not really affected per se, but has frequencies and energies running through it. And because the ocean, the great I am, has come up and been a fountain, the fountain is called I am. When the energies and the frequencies go through that ocean, the ocean says, I am sad, I am happy, I am. It identifies with that which arises in it. And so that then starts to create the self-image. So the very first thing is to know who you are. You are not what you've been told you are. You are not what thought tells you you are. You are not what the feelings tell you you are. You are present, powerful and intelligent. That is who you are. Start from there and then go back, rewind the belief systems. And how you do that, there's many different ways to rewind belief systems. Most of those beliefs are subconscious, which means we're not consciously aware of them because we accepted them to be who we are. But when this information penetrates through you and you come to understand that you are none of those things that you thought you was, you will then easily and effortlessly rewind the script. I think it's useful to know also that this fountain is constructed, it's got many constructs, and one of the constructs that I really like to talk about is the anatomy and physiology of the human body. If you take a muscle and you are studying the muscle, now we're looking at human anatomy and the physiology of the muscle. So we look at the muscle and we look at all of the fibers that make the muscle. We look at how the muscles connect, how they contract, how they expand, contraction and resistance. Muscles do all those things. Would you actually look at a muscle in your body and say that it's called I am? Would you say I am that muscle? No, you wouldn't. You would say I am the body and that muscle belongs to the body. That I am the body is the false identity. You are present, you are powerful, and you are intelligent. And that is who you are. That's your core essence. And then we take on a body to experience the world. I say we take on the body. The body is the fountain of the ocean, and it is expressing, it's got a pattern, it's got a shape, just like everything else. Freedom is when the fountain realizes, I'm not a fountain, I am part of an ocean. I am the ocean. So I am the ocean. I am the presence. I am the ocean. I am powerful. I am the ocean. I am intelligence. And things like direct self-inquiry, where you take a belief and you ask it directly, who is suffering? If a sense I am comes up, I ask you, who's aware of that sense I am? And you say, I am. So is there two I ams? No. There's a sense that is carrying the frequency I am. It can get quite complicated, so I like to keep it simple. You are the ocean. You are the fountain. The fountain is part of the ocean. The fountain is the dance of the ocean. It's never separate from the ocean. If you remove the fountain from the ocean, it will just fall apart and go back to the ocean. It cannot stay out of the ocean. You are that. You are the ocean and the fountain. And your true nature is made up of three components, which are not separate. They're just three things that we can talk about. The orange, the peel, the segment, and the juice. They're not separate. You are the presence. You are the power, and you are the intelligence.